Hey y'all, okay, today we are making chicken pot pie in the Ninja Foodi. So I'm using this recipe book. These are all the ingredients. Right now I have the Ninja Foodi preheating with the butter that I'm sauteing. Well, I'm letting it melt, and then I'm going to saute in the veggies and the garlic, and I'll come back at you in a minute. All right, let's go. Okay, so right now I have been sauteing the veggies, the minced garlic, and the onion with the butter. I've been sauteing this now for about 7 minutes. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the chicken and the broth, and we are going to pressure cook it for about 7 to 8 minutes. What I did do, I did not add this in the earlier clip, but what I did do is that I marinated the chicken last night. I diced up the chicken breast and I marinated and seasoned it. So the chicken is going to be marinated going in here, so it's going to be really full of flavor. So let's go on and add this stuff in here. It's about 2.5 chicken breasts that I cut up. And I doubled the recipe because I have a big family, so we gotta make sure that I'm not cooking every day. So go on and stir this around and then put in the rest of the chicken. Let's see here. Okay. And then I'm going to add in 2.5 cups of chicken broth. So I'm eyeballing this because I'm really good at knowing what measurements are. And 2.5 cups are about a little bit past half of what this carton is. This carton equals 4 cups. So alrighty, so we are going to go on and stir this around, get this all mixed up. Let's see here. So this will be nice and cooked up and marinated. Let me add a little bit more. So we're going to thicken this up also. So then the chicken is going to create its own broth. Okay, so let me rinse my hands off real fast. Okay, so we are going to now add this lid on here, close it up, make sure that the valve is set to seal up here, and then we are going to come here to pressure it on high, and we're going to cook it, I said, for about, let's say, 8 minutes because of the amount of chicken I'm doing. And let's press start, and I'll be back at you when this starts to cut down and vent out. Thanks. Okay, the chicken's done, so I'm going to go on and release the valve. And when it airs out, we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so it has stopped venting out, so we're going to go on and remove the lid and see what it looks like inside. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to stir this around. Yeah, that really cooked up really well. It's gonna look good, really nice and thick. Okay, we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. I wanna saute this for a while, so I'm gonna come down here to the Foodi. I'm gonna click saute, yep, and start. I'm gonna go on and saute that so it can kind of boil up and add the rest of the ingredients. So let's add the celery in here. It's gonna be a really nice filling for this pot pie. I'm also going to add the herbs in here. So the recipe calls for like parsley and thyme, but I also added in some rosemary as well, just because I like the smell of it. I think it really gives good flavor to the food. So adding these herbs in here. Let's see here. I'm going to add some pepper to flavor it up. I don't think I need Mrs. Dash because I've already added all my herbs. This is Lowry's. I know some people are against Lowry's, but I like Lowry's. Lowry's never done anything wrong to me, okay? So, let's see here. I have that. This is smelling really good. And it is asking for some heavy whipping milk, so heavy whipping cream. So I'm adding this in here. Wow, that's really giving some good flavor. This is going to thicken it up, give it a nice color. Nice flavor. And then what I'm also going to do is that I'm going to add a little bit of cream cheese in here to solidify that while it's boiling. And once this starts to boil, then I will come back and I will add the flour to thicken it up. Okay, thanks. Okay, so everything has been sauteing probably for about 7 or 8 minutes and it's bubbling now. I took out about 2 cups of the excess juice to cook it down. And now what I'm going to do is add the flour. I'm really old school, so what I did is that I put some water in the flour before I add it so that I can eyeball it thickening up. So it's kind of old school. Some people just drop the flour in there, but I like to actually mix the flour prior. So let's go and add the flour slowly for this to thicken up. It's about a cup of flour with about a cup of water added in here. Wow, that is really going thick too, really fast. I saved the juice that I topped out in case I need to add into it. So let's see here. Should cut the fire down a little bit. Let me see here. I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. To medium, so I can eyeball this. And next thing I'm going to do, since I doubled the recipe, I'm going to take half of the contents out of this bowl, place them in another bowl, and I'll be back and I'm going to lay the crust. So I'll be back and show you what I did. So now what I've done is I've taken half the contents out of the pot, placed it in this bowl. I'm going to add this as the second layer. So this is the first layer going right now, and I am going to add the crust in here. I poked a lot of holes since it's going to be 2 layers in it, so I want this content at the bottom. I want the filling to be able to breathe through. So I poked a lot of holes. I'm going to set it to broil down here on the Foodi. I want to set it to broil. I need to shut this, it tells me. And then I'm going to broil it for 6 minutes. Press start for that top layer to finish. And then once this top layer is done cooking, then I'll open it back up. We will add the remaining layer and then the other layer of the crust. This is exciting. It's my first time doing this. Okay, so the first layer is finished boiling. Ooh, that's hot. Oh my God, that looks phenomenal. Wow, that looks really good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the second layer. So it's gonna be more of like a deep dish pot pie. So let's go on and add the second layer over top of here. This smells fantastic too. So I'm going to spill the second layer over top, and I'm going to do the same thing with the crust like I did before. Lay the crust over and poke holes in it so it can vent, and then I will be back with the final product. All right, I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Grew 2 sizes in 2 years. Smile is stretched from ear to ear. Had to get new lingerie. Throw all them bridal gifts away. My dress is fit